This is a video response to East Coast Prepper, and he asks two primary questions. Number one is, what are you prepping for? And number two is, give 3 steps that you took in order to prepare. Beast 1210, Survival with Bushcraft. So when I think of any survival situation, if I'm prepping, getting ready for a situation, I try to stay practical and think improvisation, use my common wit, and I prepare in a modest way. I don't go overboard. I don't believe in stockpiling guns and ammo. I don't believe in stockpiling food. I don't believe in buying thousands and thousands of dollars worth of gear that I'm probably never going to use. I use practical everyday life, everyday things around the house, things that I would use for my regular enjoyments like kayaking, fishing, and other outdoor activities, and blend them with some practical things around the house that I would use to prepare myself for a bug-in or a bug-out situation. Hey, anything can happen in this day and age due to our social, political, and economic environment around the world and in our country. So yes, it is practical to prepare for something. Our changing climate, we have heavy storms, power could be knocked out for days or even weeks. There is a possibility of a terrorist attack. Say they contaminated our drinking water, or we were cut off from movement in our state or in our county for some time. You're stuck at home, or if you have to grab stuff and go. There are measures to take to prepare for that. You don't have to have giant piles of stuff that somebody else is going to target, whether it's the government or some other group looting you or coming to rob you. You don't have to go that route, and you don't have to have too little. There are practical measures to have a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of practical gear, practical steps to take to prepare for a situation. So here's what I might do at home in a bug-in situation with no power for several days to several weeks. Here's a good example of prepping with fuels. I like to keep a lot of extra fuel around as well as alternate fuels. I have alcohol, lighter fluid, kerosene, propane, and charcoal. Now you can buy charcoal in the store and it stores a long time, but I also have a renewable source. I make this charcoal down in my basement. I can run my charcoal grill for cooking and boiling water. I have kerosene for kerosene lamp as well as kerosene heater, propane extra tanks for my heater, which is down in the basement, as well as my grill for cooking on. And of course, there's many other applications for different fuels. Another way to cook as well as warm the house, an old wood burner that I picked up for $100, installed it myself. I always hang on to egg cartons, scrap wood, cardboard for starting the fire, but I also collect pallets and scrap wood and cuttings from trees on the roadside that are left behind. I always have free wood. A variety of camping cook sets and fuels are a great thing to have. There's butane for your rocket stoves and small grills, sterno. This is methanol gel in a large can, 2.5 hour burn. I found a 6-pack for $4.99. You have canned candles, you can get them as cheap as 99 cents. And you can buy things like alcohol in bulk for very cheap too. This is a gallon container. Many refrigerated foods and beverages will perish very quickly without power. During warm weather, I have my off-the-grid renewable source, which is a garden that I extended quite a bit this year. That's a little pond back there too. It's the start of my season, but today I have chives, pepper, radish, arugula, basil, zucchini, and cucumber. I have a 7-tray dehydrator that's good not only for dehydrating my herbs, but also for making jerky out of a variety of meats as well as dried fruit and vegetables. This cabinet is dedicated to dried fruits and nuts, as well as different butters like sun butter, almond butter, peanut butters. Then there's the jams, jellies, and honey. Teas, oats, cereals. I have a full pantry, canned and dry goods, etc., etc. Personally, I think it's practical to learn all the plants and animals in your environment locally. You may have to supplement what you have by hunting, trapping, fishing, etc., etc. If need be, I have a variety of traps, minnow traps, nets, crab traps, a variety of sizes in live traps. For long-term renewable food source, I have the hunting and fishing option, but you don't always have to think about shotgun and rifle. There's also the bow. I can make a bush bow, which I demonstrate, but also there's the pellet gun. A lot of people don't consider the pellet gun, but you'd be surprised at what you can get with a pellet gun. And this is simply a Crossman with a scope. It rains a lot here, so I can collect water in trash cans, buckets and barrels, etc. But there also is a large river near here, and lakes and streams. But also in the summertime, hey, the pool is a great way to store water for hygiene. Also, any time of the year, I have this pond here. With a little bit of filtering or purification, I have a reliable source of water right next to my house. I do have a small variety of water filters that are used for hiking and camping and other outdoor activities. This one's good for up to 500 gallons. Also, I know how to improvise. So with a lot of containers that I have around and the knowledge of how to make charcoal, I could gather some sand and some stones and add some cloth or cheesecloth and make my own filters. Very important to know how to improvise. I keep cases of soda and bottles of juice in my garage. All these cans and bottles will be fine without power. I also keep a variety of Bugout bags ready to go, packed with different gear, different size bags for different situations. It's practical for me because I do use them. This is one that I've been using this year quite a bit. It's got enough for the bare essentials. It's what I'd call a 72-hour bag, but you can go longer in it if you need to. Shout out to Beast 1210 and Survival with Bushcraft. Beast 1210 is going to give you bug out, bug in gear. It's going to give you gear reviews. It's going to give you some practical ways to store food and other things concerning bugging in and bugging out prepping. Now, Survival with Bushcraft, it's going to give you news. It's going to keep you up to date with stories that perhaps the mainstream media won't be covering. It's going to show you basically the trends that are going on in our political and social environment. It's important to be informed, so you might want to check that channel out also. Also, she has a very large list of gear on the left bottom of her page, so check it out. Some of the wooded areas around here look like a tree graveyard. There's so many blowdowns. We've had some really violent storms lately in both summer and winter.